Namaste, everybody. You might or might not know today's celebration of Diwali in India. And I just wanted us to rest a moment on this thought of may the light within me reflect the light within you. As when we say Namaste, we have this light that we can share. And in India, this ritual has been going on for years. It's one of the biggest ones, the biggest celebrations, and it's the triumph of light over darkness. You know, I think that modern technology has allowed us to do that. We have the triumph of light over darkness. But to me, it's important to know that both count. We need both. We need the darkness to rest and the light to be active. So just for a moment, close your eyes again and roll your shoulders. And just find that space of calmness and think of what is the light within you. What do you consider to be that light within you? And in which occasions do you shine this light onto others? And make those occasions be more often, more fully satisfying and making us grow to the best we can be. And so it is. Bring your hands together, bow, namaste. Good. So sit comfortably. We're going to start just stretching our necks a little bit. You can sit on the floor, you can sit with a block or with a cushion. And let your head go side to side. Just side to side. You can close your eyes, feeling what's creaking. Good. And then let the head be tilted towards the left shoulder and roll the right shoulder. Roll it in one direction and on the other direction. Good. Keep the head where it is. Bring the right arm out, flexing the hand, and relax the head. As we do movement, parts of the body gets into rotation. So get the head relaxing. Now push the heel of the hand away and make a small circle with your right hand. And change the direction. Good. Lower the hands towards the floor. And now move the head a little bit, just like saying no to your left knee. No. Good. Then take your left hand and help the head coming back to center, releasing. That's it. You are pulling it more if you bring it to the other side. Good. Let's do the other side. So sit comfortably. You can change the cross of the legs, perhaps, just to the unusual position that we take. And just let the head go side to side first. And then we rest that right ear towards the right shoulder. And bring the left arm out, flexing the hand. You will feel it all inside the arm. I feel it strongly on the forearm. And then remember to release that head a little bit again. And making circles with that hand. Your gaze is down. Change direction. So it's a small circle with the hand. Flex. Good. And lower the hand towards the floor. And then move the head. Saying no. Good. Relax the left hand. Bring the right hand to help the head come back to center. And bring your shoulders both in and both out. Both in and out. My back is moving as well. So I'm going in and out. And in and out. In and out. Good. Now, focusing on the occipital bone at the base of the skull, we're going to do the figure of infinite. Breathe. Figure of infinite with the nose. So it's like an 8 on its side. And change the direction. And make it smaller. And smaller. And smaller. Until it comes to steady, centered position. Good. And open your eyes. We're going to lie onto the floor. And always remember that warming up your joints, especially when the weather is a little bit cooler, is important because the muscles warm up quicker than the joints. So we're going to warm up our hip joints and our spine. Just watch for a moment. So we're going to bring knee to chest and bring it across. Then back to center and release. It's going to be active. It's not going to be one of those where we rest and we have 5 breaths. We're going to do 1 breath per movement. So to start with, just lie onto the floor and have a full body stretch, stretching the arms and the legs, maybe flexing the feet, turning the hands the other way. Then bend your knees and check where your hips are. Make a circle with your hips on the floor and on the other direction. Maybe tuck and tilt. And the shoulders are away from the ears. So let's start with the right leg. Bring the right knee towards your hands, nose to knee. The other leg will probably come off the floor, that's fine. Exhale, release and turn into a twist. Bring it back to center and release. So the combination with the breath will be like this. Every time we press the knee towards the belly, we're going to be exhaling, but don't get too hang out on it. So we inhale to start the sequence. So inhale, exhale, left knee towards the chest. Inhale as we transition, exhale as we rest the knee onto the floor. Inhale as we bring the knee back to center. Exhale as the knee comes to the chest, nose to knee. And inhale as you release. The other leg. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale as you start the twist and exhale as you rest the foot onto the floor. Inhale as you move. Exhale, knee to chest. And inhale, release. Let me do it with you. So we're inhaling and exhaling as we move. And you can go at a different pace to me. Good. And rest for a moment, full body stretch. Bend your knees, feet flat on the floor, hands by the sides of your hips. We're going to articulate the back all the way up into shoulder bridge. So press the hands onto the floor, pressing the feet onto the floor. Inhale, contract your pelvic floor and bring your hips up, bringing the heels of the feet up. And then releasing down, keeping the heels off the floor so that you have more space to go down vertebra by vertebra. Let's do it like this twice more. As you inhale, lift the hip, the feet are flat on the floor. Then once you're on your maximum level, lift the heels, achieving a greater arch on the back, and then releasing down vertebra by vertebra. Good. Let's do it again. Inhale, lifting up. Lift the heels. Now, if you can, interlace your fingers underneath your buttocks and help your back go even higher. Then release the hands, release the feet, and hug your knees, rocking side to side. Bring the nose towards the knees, making yourselves into a tiny little bundle of joy. You can be your own bundle of joy. Release onto the floor. Good. Bring your legs up towards the sky. And just rotate your feet in one direction and on the other direction. Flexing and pointing, spreading the toes. Good. We're going to use our abs. So bring one leg 1 inch from the floor and the other leg stays up into a 90 degrees angle. And change. That's it. Change. Try to keep your knees straight as you exchange the legs. So the legs don't rest. That's it, Kathy. Yes. And change. And change. Yes. Good. Keep breathing, using your abs. Good. Now, can we have both knees up and lower down for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the toes. Hold it there. Hold it 1 inch from the floor. And then bring it up and flex your feet. Inhale deeply. And lower down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it 1 inch from the floor, pointing the toes. Point the toes. The legs are not resting on the floor. Bring the legs up. Flexing the feet. So the exercise here is to try and keep that contraction as you have your legs 1 inch from the floor. If your lower back hurts, you can have your thumbs underneath your hips so that you're framing your bottom with your hands. That will give you a little bit of help. The palms are facing downwards. So inhale, legs straight. 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the toes and hold. Hold 1 inch from the floor. Hold. And bring it up. Flexing the feet. Straighten the knees. One more. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the toes. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And bring it all the way up. Release the hands if you have them underneath your bottom and open the legs wide, bringing the hands to rest on your inner thighs. Then bring the soles of the feet together and bring the hands through, rocking side to side. And your legs are in a diamond shape. Good. Release and bring the hands underneath your bottoms. Bring your elbows on the floor. So we are in this sunbathing asana. Palms are facing down. And we're going to come into the fish, Matyasana. So pointing the toes, open the chest, and let your bottom slide over your hands, resting the crown of the head onto the floor. Feel the stretch on the front of the neck. Breathe. Inhale, lift the head and release. It's quite difficult to speak on that position. And bring your hands underneath the knees. Rock backwards and forwards and come up into sitting. So rocking backwards and forwards. Good. And stretch your legs out. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, Paschimottanasana, forward fold. Let your upper body release towards the legs. Use gravity. We're going to take a few breaths in here, releasing on the shoulders and the neck. Good. And inhale, bring yourselves all the way up. If you were still on your 10 breaths, you should have stayed. Now bring your right leg across and hug the knee with the opposite arm, looking over your shoulder. So today we're having a lot of back warming up, neck warming up, because I would like us to come up into a shoulder stand. Now, many times happens that in the morning, the back feels a bit asleep. So we need to warm it up properly. And for shoulder stand, we need abdominal strength. We need flexibility on the legs. We need flexibility on the back. Open twist. Turning the other way. And bring it back to center. Uncross the legs. Change. Opposite elbow hugs the knee. And look over your shoulder. Let the hip get a little stretch. And turn in the other direction. Lovely. And bringing yourselves back to center. Bring the legs out. We're going to do a small sequence from all fours. So cross your legs, come into all fours. Good. And cat-cow. See how it's different to move against gravity in this position. When we're doing our shoulder bridge, we are moving with the back down. Now the back is up towards the sky. How is this different? Just notice. Good. Inhale, push the hands onto the floor. Your abdomen is engaged. Your shoulders are away from your ears. Your neck is long. Bring your right leg back, pushing the heel away. Keep that stability on the body. And bring the knee towards the elbow, not the shoulder. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Allowing them to touch. One more. Knee to elbow. Bring it back and bring the foot to the outside of the hand. Yeah, good. And release that hip, bringing your bottom towards the floor. Bring your hand, your right hand comes onto the right knee, and keeping your chest forwards and your hips forwards. Bring the left arm up. Feeling that stretch all along the front of the body. And release. Hands on the floor. Bring the leg back into all fours. Cat cow. Chin to chest, arch. Exhale, open. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And bring the left foot to the outside of the left hand. And let your hip come towards the front, releasing your hip towards the ground. Bring same hand as the same knee, and the other arm comes up, releasing forwards. Breathing, feeling that stretch all along the side of the body, the front of the body, from knee to elbow, all the way up, reach. And exhale. Release, bring it back to center. Good. Hands onto the floor, tuck your toes, come up into plank. Breathe in plank, pushing your hands away, warming up your shoulders. We're warming up the shoulders. Release the knees onto the floor. And we're going to go down, down, up, up. So elbow, elbow, hand, hand. Elbow, elbow, hand, hand. We want to gather some energy on the shoulders. Change the starting arm. Elbow, elbow, hand, hand. Elbow, elbow, hand, hand. Two more. Good. Toes together, knees apart. Hands stay on the mat as you stretch back. Let your shoulders stretch, let the sides of the ribs stretch. Breathe in deeply. Bend the elbows and bring the hands behind your head. Maybe fingertips touching, maybe the hands rest by the sides of your neck. Good. And inhale. Lift your head. Come to sitting onto your shins. And interlace your fingers behind your back. If sitting onto your shins is not convenient, you can sit on the floor. Just sitting on the shins gives you a bit more room. Bend the elbows and try to bring the elbows towards each other. So imagine that your arms are like angel wings. And then you bring your hands away from your hips with the elbows bent. That's a big opening on the front of your shoulders. Push it away. Keep opening the chest. Then release the shoulders and let the hands slide down. This time the elbows are straight. And bring the hands away with the elbows straight. It's a little bit easier. Good. And release. Give your shoulders a little squeeze. So by now you will know what your neck is like, what your shoulders are like. If it feels too much to do a shoulder stand in the morning, then you can have the legs up a chair or a sofa. It's not a problem. Another way that is nice to try is to fold the mat and have double mat under your shoulders so that your head is still on a bit of mat and your shoulders and your neck get a bit of cushion. So just watch for a moment. We have time to try this one. Sometimes in a yoga class you don't. So your shoulder should be about a couple of fingers inside this fold, just to cushion the base of the neck. And so coming to a shoulder stand, we want to lift the hips and bring the knees towards the chest first. So I want you to do it very mindfully, not just go all the way up with the legs up. If bringing the hips up is not super comfortable or easy, you can put your hands underneath your hips as we were doing on fish pose. You can use that to help you come up. So you're going to come up and bring the knees towards the chest and take time to position the arms on the floor and the elbows towards each other. And maybe one leg comes up, then the other, maybe both legs come up. So do it with mindfulness. After that, we're going to do the plow pose. If you know that your plow pose doesn't reach the floor, one good thing that you could do, especially at home, is to use a chair behind you. So you position your mat near a chair. You come into, so the distance to the chair should be about the distance with the arms. And you come up into your shoulder stand. And then you can rest the legs onto the chair. And that's your plow pose. All right, let's do it. Let's do it together. And breathe. If your breath is compromised because your chest is too close or whatever, you can have your body into more 45 degrees angle. So instead of going all the way straight up, you bring your hips away from you a little bit. So take your time to position yourselves. Knees to forehead. Take a moment there. And try one leg. And the other. Be creative. See what your body might be wanting. And then find a stable position on your shoulder stand. Stay there for 10 breaths. You've done your 10 breaths. Bring your legs overhead for Halasana. Five breaths. If you want, you can bring your hands underneath your feet. And then release down. And you can do happy baby. Take a moment for the back to adapt. For me, in the morning, I can't do a full halasana because my back is not quite stretched yet. In the evening is easy. Morning, not so much. So we are all different. We're going to do the fish again. Elbows underneath. And bringing the head back. Point the toes. Feel the front of the body. And lift the head. Release. Knees rest towards each other. Hands can be on your lower belly or by the sides of the mat or of the body. Just take a moment to come down from your shoulder stand. Good. And bring your hands behind your head with your elbows open. And just use your hands to stretch your neck gently up from the floor, stretching the sides of the neck. If you want, you can straighten your legs away from you. And if you have your mat folded, unfold it. So we're going to release the arms and then lie into our Shavasana. If you want to put socks or something at this point, you can do that. Keep a blanket nearby. We're going to be lying on one side and just let the arms open into a twist and come back. So you want to feel your shoulders releasing. And we are also going to go overhead and come back. So we're going to do one on one. One hand comes through the chest and opens and comes back the same way. And two, hand comes overhead, drawing a rainbow. Same way. All right, so the head is hanging off the side, but because we are moving, it's not going to stay there for a very long time. So palm over palm, it doesn't matter which side you start. Your knees are in front of your hips and start rolling open. Your shoulders reaching away. And then bring it back. And bring the hand overhead. Open it into a semicircle. And bring it back. Brushing your arm, brushing your chest. Open the hand away. And bending the elbow, bring the head back. Brushing your chest, your arm, and your hand. And drop. Come back the same way. Last time on this side, brushing and open. Bend the elbow and bring it back. Bring it overhead. And bring it back. Good. We're going to go on the other side. So you can just turn around Positioning your body, your head is dropping towards the floor. And if it's not quite reaching, you're going to reach it as you open up into your twist. And then bring it back. And then overhead, drawing a rainbow. And bring it back. Through the chest, opening up. And rainbow. Last two. Brushing the arm and the chest. And rainbow. And roll yourselves into your Shavasana. If you are comfortable on this side, you can be on this side. You can put a cushion underneath your head. Or you can even lie onto your front. Just lie in a position that you can feel totally comfy. Fluffy jumpers are good. And release and relax. Bring your attention to the space just below your rib cage. Your Manipura chakra is this yellow chakra. That is our drive, our energy. And imagine it circulating, making a circle of energy. And its yellow color is expanding from your abdomen. Feeling nice and warm. And it's not just at the front, it's at the front and at the back of the body. This light grows, bringing the light within you to shine really bright. And as it expands on your back, let that warmth go all the way up towards your shoulders and your neck. Shoulders stand, the queen of yogasanas. The king is the headstand. Just feel your shoulders and your neck, the back of the head. And feel that occipital position just at the back of the neck. That's where your third eye exits. The third eye is like in a diagonal shape inside the body. So imagine this yellow light coming in through the back of the scalp, where the scalp meets the neck, through your brain and dwelling inside your pituitary gland in the middle of your brain. And becoming like a little flame of a candle. That flame of the candle, steady and bright inside your brain. And as you visualize it more vividly, the flame of the candle comes to the space between your eyebrows, to your third eye chakra. Feel that connection between your gut intuition and your soul intuition. Feeling your solar plexus chakra, Manipura chakra, and Anya chakra sharing this light of drive, energy, inspiration, and also vision. Keep the attention on the visualization of this flame in the middle of your brain, in the middle of your eyebrows. Chitta Akash. This is the space. Akash is space, and Chitta is mind. So the space of the mind. And as we're coming to the close of this class, you can have a nice stretch and come into sitting. You can stay lying down as I do the Oms and Shantis. Try to keep that flame shining bright throughout the day. Inhale to begin. Inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Bring your palms together, rub your palms, make the movement a little faster, and place your palms over your face. Inhale. Open your eyes to the darkness of your hands. Slide your hands towards your chest. Bow your heads. Namaste. Give yourselves a clap. Well done. Happy Diwali. Let the light shine everywhere.